Yo, yo, JSF, how y'all doing? So, Frost is the worst character in the game, right? That's just a fact. That's just the truth. But I hear a lot about RoboCop, about Shao Kahn, about all these characters. People used to say Scarlet, like that these characters are the worst in the game, right? Like I've seen people say, multiple people say RoboCop might be the worst character in the game. I already did a video about Shao Kahn. I don't know what else I gotta say. If you think Shao Kahn's the worst, especially now after they buffed his poke so he can jail, if you think he's the worst character in the game, you can just say, I'm not good enough to play him. He just has a higher skill ceiling than every other character in the game. Like, you really need to confirm what you're doing as you're doing it or before you do it, because he's very unsafe, right? But unsafe doesn't mean bad. But this video ain't about Shao Kahn. It ain't about Frost, even though she's the worst character in the game. It's about your boy, young Robo Flop. Robo Pig, Robo Cop, whatever you want to call this man. He's the most underrated character in the game. And I know this because I play RoboCop. I play him online. I play him against low-level players. I played him against high-level, well-respected, damn near pro players. I played him in the tournament. I play RoboCop. I play this character. Well, I used to. I dropped him for Rain. I dropped everybody for Rain because I love Rain. But let's just talk a little bit about RoboCop and just about characters being good in general, right? Because like people will say a character is bad, but won't say what makes the character good, and then say this character doesn't have it. Except me, because I'm honest. I'm honest. I'm objective, and I'm definitely prone to being wrong. But I'm going strictly off what's in the game. So RoboCop, right? 7 frame down 1. He does have an 8 frame jab. He does. It's pretty shitty to have an 8 frame jab. That's a fact. His down 2, nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about. His wake up attacks, the falls block, up 2, up 3, kind of trash. Not gonna cap. His sweep, really good, really comes in handy. I don't know what it is on block, but it ain't punishable. Cause look at that pushback, baby. Well, that's not a special, but that, trust me, that comes in handy. He's got this, even though I never really use it. Can come in handy. 12 frame mid, you know, but he also has this 10 frame mid. This is good for so many reasons. So he has a 10 frame mid, which every character doesn't have, which Spawn doesn't fucking have, which Frost doesn't have. Shao Kahn does, but unlike Shao Kahn, RoboCop's 4-3-2, completely safe on block with no gap, right? No gap there, right? And then you can do a third hit, right? 4-3-2-2, but then you're minus 10 if you want to do that. Then you can mash, you know, jab after, and you can get that in there. But those gunshots are highs, so be careful. Because that's going to happen. Because LOL hurt boxes, don't forget this is Mortal Kombat 11. So you don't see that get used much often. But that's when you really get into his specials, right? Because after that, he's got other normals, but they're not much to write home about. Like, this is 18 frames. It doesn't have that much range for it to be that. If you can do this in a situation where you know you're gonna land the hit, or where you're certain to land the hit, or a situation that I'll talk about later where they can't jump out of it. But I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather go for the vortex than try to go for the damage, than try to go for that or go for this, because this is a high for whatever reason. But this is a pop up. I don't think you need to even play into that, right? So before the patch, right? For the patch, Prime Directive, his variation 2 was the best variation to pick. He had low gunshot, he had blowtorch, and then he had missile, right? So the variation of RoboCop, I think, is the best to play now. You still, obviously, you have low gunshot, you have flamethrower, but you have air charge instead of missile. Why do you want air charge? I'll show you, man. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry your pretty little head. I'll show you why. 1 for 1 if you want to go for the combos. Well, I'm trash. I'm very bad with this character. Damn it. Well, I'm probably never gonna get this to work unless I do like easy crushing blows. Bear with me. Nah, I'm still not gonna get it. Basically, what I'm trying to show is this move is his armor breaker, and it has a crush. That move is his armor breaker, right? And it has a crushing blow. If you hit it from counter or punishes from maximum range. So what that means is you got to do it from like back here. You got to whoop, and hit them in the starter frames of some move, right? And the thing about it is, look at it on block. It's -7. This shit is completely safe on block. Cause look at that little pushback. I don't think anybody can jab you from here. I don't. That's another thing I gotta talk about. His jab string. 1-2-1. High mid. No flawless block gap. -8 on block. Some characters can punish that with a 1-frame punish. Other characters can't punish it at all. Not to mention, you can end it in that, which does have a flawless block gap in it, but it's a low and it's completely safe. His jab string is really good because it sets up his throws when you start making him respect this. So what makes RoboCop really good, besides what I've already said, right, is his flamethrower, +15 on, and I've done a RoboCop guide, so I've said a lot of this already, but people must just not get it. They still want to sleep on his character. +15 on hit, right? So that means that you have to hold whatever's next. If I do this, and then I mash forward, you gotta hold that. You gotta block it. If I do this, and I do this, you gotta hold that. You gotta block it. Like there's no getting out of it. I vortex people with this character all the time, which is why I never do combo. Like I don't do combos with RoboCop. You can. You have an armor breaker now, but it's not the easiest armor breaker to land. I'm not gonna cap and say the armor breaker is really easy to land. The crushing blow is better to get in neutral by doing this. But the reason it's so good, like, if you EX the flamethrower, now it's +17, right? You're in hit stun for so long that you can, if they don't block, they will die. Like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna set Frost to just jump after getting hit. I'll just press it up as much as I can. Alright. See, she jumped out of that, right? But still got hit. You know what? You get what I'm saying? And then in the corner, it's even more fucked up. In the corner, it's even more fucked up because like then you can do this. Like you know, like this is +15. You just mash out the jab string. They might get hit by the first hit. They might be ducking and get hit by the second hit because it's a mid. And once they're afraid of all that, you go for the throw. You get what I'm saying? Like it's really fucked up. And another reason I don't go for combos is because once you start going for the throws, then it's even better because throw, crush and blow. Throw, crush and blow. Like sweep, set up the knockdown. Like if you get them in the corner of RoboCop, they're fucked so many ways. Like it's a 50-50, like grab or forward 3. Like if I dash up, I can dash up, grab you, I can dash up 10 frame mid you, I can half the dash and go into this. And that has a crush and blow on counter hit. So if you press anything, you get clapped. Or I can just sweep you, let you wake up with something, punish the wake up, or punish the wake up with this, get you back in the corner. And then it becomes a mind game like, am I gonna do another strike? Or am I gonna keep doing the exact same thing over and over? Or am I eventually gonna mix it up and grab you? I don't have to. I've hit people 5 times in a row with this because they're waiting for me to throw them. And I'm like, just block. Like, and it doesn't matter what character you play. It doesn't matter the situation. You have to deal with that. Like RoboCop forces, like the reason I started playing RoboCop is he forces people to block. Nobody wants to block in this game. He's one of the characters that can force you to block. He doesn't have a 9-frame mid, and his mid doesn't have great range. Look, the range is kind of ass, right? But if you play, so if you start playing against better players, right? Like not players who's just gonna do random shit. Eventually they start respecting this. That opens up the jab string, right? And then they see the jab whiff, and then they think you're gonna grab them, and then they get hit by the second hit. Or you do go for the grab, or you go for this instead, right? You know what I mean? Like he's just got a ton of options, and this is not even this is without mentioning he has some of the best zoning in the game, right? Without even mentioning that, I also added the Cobra Assault Cannon, but that crush and blow you have to get that has to be a counter punish at close range, which is a pretty bad crush and blow requirement, but yeah, very close opponent. But basically what that means is the way you're supposed to get this crushing blow is like that. Oh, let me turn easy crushing blows off. Wait. That's how you're supposed to get this crushing blow. That's the only way I can make sense of it, and that's the way I've gotten it in matches. It's not super practical, but another thing that's great about this move, even though it's a high, the follow-ups are mids, right? So say that's not a true block string, but if they don't know it's coming, they'll know it's coming. Then look where it puts you at. Set you up for some more zoning. Like, people think RoboCop is just zoning. They think he's just zoning. He has horrible buttons. His buttons are stubby, and he just has zoning. But they don't factor in the fact that RoboCop can do something a lot of characters can't do. Once you get in on RoboCop, it's not like you're about to just clap him. Because eventually, you're gonna do something. You're gonna do something that's -7, right? -7, right? -6, right? And guess what? If you do anything that's -5, anything -5 or more, right? Because if it's -4, you mash out a 7 frame down 1, you might get me. If you do anything -5, right, or more, and I block it as RoboCop, right? Oh, it's my turn, and guess what? You now have to guess. Once you do anything -5, -6, you gotta guess. Because am I doing my 10 frame mid? Am I doing my grab? Am I doing my auto shimmy jab string, which is special cancelable, by the way? Or I can go into the low, or am I going straight into this? Like, I've got options. Like, RoboCop, it's just funny to me, like, the takes the community has about this game are wild. Like, the takes the community has are, like, nobody plays this character, but everybody says he's bad. Nobody plays Frost, but everybody says she's good. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why don't you guys ask the people who play those characters? And then when I say it, I get looked at super sideways by the community, but I'm like, fam, I'm one of maybe 2 high-level RoboCop players. Who else? Sunio? Who else plays this character? At a high level. Like, and you can't say that I don't play RoboCop at a high level. Ask how Rashid. No disrespect, because he beat me in a tournament, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, just trust me on this one. This character's got auto shimmy jab string, not to mention his jab also makes for a good anti-air. Now the combo situation after it is kind of sus, but you can land that, right? But his jab string, his mobility is ass. Like, his dashes are shitty, right? Like, his mobility ain't the greatest. Like, you can't really get great movement with RoboCop. But if his movement was god, like, he'd be broken, because he'd be impossible to catch, right? He'd just zone you out forever if he had good movement. That's not the character being bad. That's balance, right? So his jab can anti-air pretty well. The jab string is OD. This string is OD. You can just do this. This is hit confirmable. Look. Oh, I got blocked? Bet. Let me block. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, it didn't get blocked? Let me go into this. Oh, it didn't get blocked? Let me tell you. Look at the damage I just did. All of this is unbreakable, non-combo damage. Look. Look at her. Look at her health. Like, I really have no idea what people are talking about. Like, if they get hit once, and now they have to guess, and they guess wrong, that's 29% right there. That's 30% because you got hit once and guess wrong after. And don't even let me get into, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at, like, if I have the throw crushing blow loaded, I hit you once on the 10 frame mid, then I throw you, and I get the KB. Congratulations, you just lost 44% of your life. You just lost damn near half your life because you got hit once off a 10 frame mid. You were -5 and you tried to do something, so you got clapped. And then you had to guess, you guessed wrong, and you lost half your life. And people are telling me this character, and all this stuff is safe. Everything, I'm like, sure, a throw is a throw, but, like, this is safe. Like, I'm not gonna do the flamethrower on block unless I don't respect you, right? The flamethrower is unsafe on block, but then you can also enhance it, right? Or you can just do this into nothing. Or do it in a flamethrower, or do it in an EX flamethrower. And I'm sure there's ways to kind of deal with that, but I'm just saying. Not to mention, this is a good, like, people like to jump around this range. This catches all that shit too. This is good at anti-airing people who like to. And then I dash up and I pressure. Like, it's, trust me, man, this is the most underrated, the most slept on character in the game. Facts. Anyway, so I don't know why I wanted to talk about RoboCop. Probably because I'm not going to play him that much anymore. Just because I want to play Rain and I want to learn Melina and all that. But yeah, RoboCop is the most slept on character in the game. Don't let anybody tell you he's the worst in the game. He's not. Especially if you equip this move, because now you got stupid mobility. Like oh, somebody's getting close to me. Sweep. I'm outie. Like down 4. I'm outie. Now I'm back to zoning you. Now I'm putting a bomb on the screen. Like, man, look, just trust me on this. I mean, well, you don't have to trust me. The proof is in the goddamn pudding. I just showed it to y'all. If y'all don't believe me, hey, keep saying RoboCop is bottom tier. Hopefully he gets buffed and I clap all of you guys online. It'll be fun. Anyway, man, y'all have a good one. Stay safe. JSF, I'm getting out this bitch. Peace.